I want you to give your head just a little bit of a pillow, just to relax and enjoy it. I want you to lasso one of your feet and lengthen the strap out with your arms long too. So I don't want you to be yanking on it like this. I want you to have a nice straight leg and let that leg fall into the strap. Extend your arms all the way long. Some people like to wrap it around their hand. What we're doing here is feeling the back of the hips level on the floor. So we're not hiking that up so much that we're twisting the pelvis. We're keeping the pelvis neutral. We feel the pelvis bones and the pubic bone level with the floor. So there's maybe a little bit of a space in the lumbar curve. We're not flattening out that lumbar curve right now. We're letting it be natural with a neutral pelvis. So if your leg is this far down, that's great. If you can pull your leg all the way up here without flattening the back of your low back, that's okay too. What I'm aiming for is a nice long stretch on the back of the leg. From the hip all the way down through the knee, all the way down through the calf, through the heel, maybe even the bottom of the foot. And the toes are free, so I don't want you to crank on your toes, right? It's right across the knuckles of the foot. Reach long with that other leg to help stabilize. And I want you to just let go. So see if you can do the work of holding your leg up with this nice long line from your shoulders, which are on the mat. Long arms, long strap, long leg. We're just letting gravity move the backs of the hamstrings and maybe get a little bit of freedom in that hip. What we're gonna do, if it feels comfortable, and Sarah, I wouldn't recommend this for you right now with the hip replacement, is we're gonna take that strap and just let the foot move towards the midline a little bit. And I'm gonna show you that from this side. So Sarah, stay in line here. Don't do this with your hips. I'm moving it over here. I'm sort of driving it. I got my reins on my foot there. And I'm driving it over this way a little bit. That's gonna give you some more stretch on this side. And do this if it feels good. If you'll know right away if it gets a little crampy and you've gone too far. It could be a very small move, maybe this. And if this feels yummy to you, I want you to play with your hip rotation as you cross over or as you keep it straight, either way. So you can either hang out here, or if you're not crossing over, you can play with rotating the hip. And you're seeing that in my foot, but you can also see it, you look at my fancy pants, that move is coming from here. I'm not just windshield wipering my foot, I'm extending my leg and working the hip rotation at the same time. Again, minding boundaries. Internal is gonna probably be less than external. If you're done, you're done. Leg comes down. Just feeling the difference between both legs. When I do that, the one I stretch always feels longer. It might not be, but it feels like it. Coming up into the second leg. Lasso your foot, get the strap right on the knuckles of your foot, your toes are free. And then slowly bring it up. Just minding your boundaries, feeling that back of your leg stretching, hips stay level and stable. Lengthening your arms so that you can just relax into the stretch and let it unfold. If you notice that your kneecap popped up, you might have gone too far. See if you can relax your quad. If you can, maybe it's just a matter of communication. If you can't relax your quad, I want you to come down a little bit with your foot and find that zone where you're stretching the back without engaging the front of your leg. And you can kind of play with where this is. Maybe it changes a little bit and you can bring your leg up a little higher. Just play with it. And then if you're ready and you like that, cross over a little bit. You might feel that in the outside edge of your hip. You might feel it in the groin. It could be a pretty small move. Again, Sarah, not crossing over here. Whether you crossed over or not, you might also add a little hip rotation to this. So this is work that doesn't require you lifting your leg at all. Your arms are holding the weight of your leg, and you're just exploring, can you externally and internally rotate the hip joint right here? And what's that range of motion like for you? Lengthening through the back and rotating through the hip here at the same time. Nice and easy.